It started with a question, a plea, really.
I begged my mother to start when I was about 9, 10.
Madeline Scott was tired of the hot comb, of impatiently waiting at the stove for her mother to meticulously straighten her hair.
You saw other kids with pretty straight hair, and they didn't have to sit on the Saturday with the pressing comb and get the burns. And I was like, Mama, can I please? So eventually she relented. And so from about that age to grown, I just got a relaxer. Every 6 to 8 weeks, I would get a relaxer.
As a child, her mom used store-bought products at home. As an adult, she went to a stylist.
It just made life a lot simpler.
Her kinks and coils chemically tamed just like she wanted. But when she turned 35, she wanted something else, a baby. So she went to her OBGYN for a checkup.
She called me back and told me that she had found cancer. A few weeks after the diagnosis, we did a complete hysterectomy, and we found that my ovaries were great still, my tubes were great, but my uterus was just cancered out.
Madeline Scott cannot give birth. And for more than 15 years since her diagnosis and procedure, she's fixated on a new question.
I just could not, for the longest, ever figure out what went wrong. Nobody else in my family had those problems, so I was like, I just don't understand. And then it just connects the dots.
Last October, the National Cancer Institute released this study. Scientists studied 34,000 women for more than 10 years, examining their use of a number of hair products, looking for a link to uterine cancer. They did not find it for dyes, perms, or body wave perms, but the study did find use of straightening products in the previous 12 months was associated with higher incident uterine cancer rates. Researchers also found the association was stronger when comparing frequent use to people who never used it, more than double the risk. Essentially, researchers found a pattern, saying more work needs to be done to determine if these products actually cause these conditions. But according to the pattern they observed in this study, one additional uterine cancer case would be expected for every 42 frequent users. And by frequent, they mean more than 4 times a year. And if you want to keep your hair straight, especially in this humidity, you are using it more than 8 times a year.
So can you explain how a cosmetic product that is applied to your scalp could affect your uterus?
While your skin is evolved as a barrier to protect the rest of you from the outside environment, it's not completely impervious. And so things can get through your skin.
Dr. David Miller leads the National Cancer Institute's Gynecologic Oncology Group program at UT Southwestern in Dallas.
When you put chemicals on the skin, we should not be too surprised that some or many of those are absorbed through the skin and may have distant effects.
And anyone who gets relaxers knows they can burn your scalp.
If it's irritated by chemicals or burns, if it's injured by a scrape or a cut, then it is less of a barrier to the outside world. Injured skin is more permeable,
meaning chemicals are more likely to seep in.
We have thousands of cases in our office right now that we are currently investigating.
Anya Colum is Madeline Scott's attorney.
We all wanted straight hair, and I think a lot of these companies are pushing this straight hair on us.
Chemical straighteners are predominantly marketed to Black women who use them more frequently and at younger ages.
People tend to believe that straight hair will get them a better job, will get them further in life. And so, the marketing scheme was the same.
She filed 2 lawsuits not long after the report was released. The suits lay out the history of Black hair, stating that during slavery, straighter-haired slaves were favored and selected for more desirable positions, and that naturally, Black women strived for a better life in America and were taught that the straighter and less kinky their hair was, the better life they could have, which fueled the desire for tools and products that could straighten Black hair texture. The suit also showcases ads for these products featuring images of Black women with straightened hair. So far, more than 55 lawsuits have been filed around the country. A recent court ruling determined that all litigation will be decided in Illinois, where the first was filed. These lawsuits target a number of relaxer brands and manufacturers. The largest, most common defendant, L'Oreal. In a statement, L'Oreal told WFAA, "We are confident in the safety of our products and believe the recent lawsuits filed against us have no legal merit. L'Oreal upholds the highest standards of safety for all its products. Our products are subject to a rigorous scientific evaluation of their safety by experts who also ensure that we follow strictly all regulations in every market in which we operate." The study does not pinpoint any specific relaxer brands, but does say many contain chemicals that can change your hormone levels. These lawsuits claim these chemicals are in the perfume or fragrance portion of the product, which, according to the FDA's website, can be listed simply as fragrance or flavor, no ingredients. We reached out to the FDA and asked if, in light of this study, the administration plans to take any possible action or even review the products in question. A rep responded, "The FDA does not comment on possible pending or ongoing litigation." We also reached out to the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, which licenses cosmetologists because these products can also be purchased and used in salons. A representative told us the department can only act if cosmetologists are using a product banned by the FDA or state lawmakers. The department said relaxers are, quote, "something to be concerned about, but is not something we have jurisdiction over right now."
I like the straightening of the hair. Like, I was so tired of the natural look. I just wanted something different. So I tried relaxer. So olive oil was the first product that I used.
Kawana Gordon relaxed her hair every 4 weeks for years.
They saying, oh, it got olive oil in it, it got hair treatment in it, this and that, whatever.
Makes you believe that it's safe.
Yes.
She was diagnosed with cervical cancer in 2015.
I lost my hair. Like, most of my hair is gone.
Dallas attorney Larry Taylor Jr. represents Gordon.
I've done this for a number of years, and I'm still wrestling emotionally with dealing with these clients and what they have to go through because of corporate irresponsibility. We have hundreds.
He's filed multiple suits.
Every day the number is growing. People are reaching out and calling us. We're talking to them one by one to get their stories and to prepare them for what is yet to come.
We reached out to Olive Oil's parent company multiple times but have not heard back. Court documents show the companies targeted in these lawsuits, including Olive Oil's parent company, pushed back against bringing all of these cases to one court, arguing plaintiffs have not identified a single chemical common to all hair relaxer products that is alleged to have caused the injuries at issue. Kawana Gordon has something to say.
I would actually want them to look at me and look at the results of what their product did to me. Show some type of remorse.
She also has something to show.
This is what I would like to show them before using the relaxer and today. Like, my hair that won't grow back in certain spots.
And like Madeline Scott, the procedure that followed her diagnosis prevents her from having any more children.
I only have one child. I was trying to conceive again.
What does justice look like in this situation?
Corporate accountability.
Madeline Scott has a new plea now.
I would like for women to know what are the things that can happen to you by doing this.
She wants women to ask more questions. In Dallas, I'm Morgan Young.
Both sides are waiting for an order from the Chicago judge who will hear these cases. Attorneys tell us that order will likely come in the next few weeks, telling them how to proceed. If you have a tip for our Investigates team, point your phone at that QR code there. It'll take you right to our online form. You can also email us at investigates@wfaa.com.